Hi, I'm Heather Hocker, President and CEO of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, and this is Clef Notes. I'm excited to introduce you to our musicians, guest artists, community members, and longtime patrons who for 80 years have developed a love of music through your Lubbock Symphony here on the South Plains. On today's episode, I'm visiting with our board chair of the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, Jill Stangl. Jill began her career at Texas Tech University in 2000 and currently serves as the Assistant Vice Provost for Student Wellbeing. She oversees the Student Counseling Center, Student Disability Services, Student Legal Services, and Risk Intervention and Safety Education, RISE, as well as serving in her free time as the board chair. Jill, thank you for joining me on Clef Notes.
Oh, great. Thank you for having me, Heather. Happy to be here.
We'll have a fun 15-minute conversation and talk about all things Lubbock Symphony and dive in a little bit into your role at Texas Tech. Share with the audience a bit about your background and your love for classical music.
Well, I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, started taking piano lessons at, 5 or 6, 3 times a week before school. I was at piano 6:30 in the morning. And so I think what started as the child going to piano and practicing and all those things turned into appreciation for classical music, and then turns into a love for classical music. This is what I listen to when I'm at work. This is what I listen to when I need to feed the soul and to kind of, it's such a peaceful style of music. I like all genres, but classical is a special place for me. And then regarding the symphony, the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra, I came into that very organically. I attended the first concert that Yo-Yo Ma had here in Lubbock back in 2012 and was blown away and became a patron. And thanks to you, became a board member. And then now in my current role as chair. So I just, the Lubbock Symphony has such a special place in my heart, and I'm just happy to support them however I can.
Well, and you talk about playing the piano 6:30 in the morning. Are you an early riser?
No. It was my mother would take me 3 times a week, and then my sister the other 2 days a week. We were the first lessons of the day, obviously. And my mom and our piano teacher would joke about needing like toothpicks to hold their eyes open. And, the coffee hadn't quite kicked in yet. And it's just what we did. And we also played sports. So that was after school. Piano was before school. And that was our world.
I love it. I love it. But wow, 6:30 in the morning.
It was intense.
That is intense. As the LSO is celebrating our 80 years this next season, how do you see the orchestra's role as a community, now really a city institution today?
Yeah, no, I think, well, first of all, there's just the benefit of location. Our headquarters are downtown in the Cultural Arts District, right across from Buddy Holly Hall. I think are just key. I think we're an integral part of the cultural experience in Lubbock and what it has grown into over the past decades. The vision that Bill Harrod had when the symphony was created of having professional musicians, and these are musicians to be paid. It's not a volunteer organization. If you look at it now, the LSO, it is fair to say we are the largest cultural arts employer in the region. And that's something to be proud of. We are supporting, I think the School of Music at Texas Tech with helping to recruit, professors and musicians and performers. And if you're a part of the classical music scene, you know about the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra and you want to play with the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra.
Right. I was doing a little research over the last couple of days, and to date, we've sold over 725 season tickets.
Wonderful.
But really want to encourage those who've never been to the Lubbock Symphony, come give it a try. We take it as our opportunity to just sit back, enjoy some beautiful music, enjoy the evening, and it's our respite. You don't have to talk to anyone other than going in and going out. And you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can just come straight into your seat. So we're really trying to grow our audience. We've always had a wonderful following, but it's introducing classical music to that next generation. David has a few things up his sleeve, surprise-wise, for the next season. But as we celebrate our 80th, the opportunity to spend some time with Jan Ledbetter. She is Bill Harrod's daughter a couple of weeks ago. And she's just so pleased to see how the Lubbock Symphony has evolved and grown over the last 80 years. Many arts organizations are really struggling for people to follow them and to support them. And that just, again, comes very organically here in Lubbock. It is just what our community always does. And I love that it's a recruitment tool. I've been told time and time again, when professors or physicians or other professionals are coming in looking to move to Lubbock, one of the first questions they ask is there a symphony? And what's great is not only do you have the Lubbock Symphony, but you also have the opportunity to spend some time at Texas Tech and the Talkington College of Visual and Performing Arts. And you can always walk into Hemley Hall over the weekend and hear someone playing. I mean, you're right there on the other side of that building. So you can just walk through and
I'm lucky.
You are lucky.
I'm lucky. I can hear rehearsals if I want. There's always music, and where my office is situated, I get to hear the going band practice.
What a treat
for football season. So you always know that it's fall when you can hear them. So not classical, but that's okay.
That's right.
It's music.
It's music, and it feeds our soul,
yeah,
as you mentioned earlier. What are your goals and vision as the Lubbock Symphony moves into the next 80 years of providing beautiful music here on the South Plains?
Well, I want to see more people at the concerts. I want people to not be nervous about attending. It's a low-key affair. I mean, it's grand in the sense that the music is stunning and beautiful, but it's not.
I had an individual ask me, "Oh my gosh, I have to get dressed up." No.
You really don't. No. If you want to. It's a lovely occasion to dress perhaps a little, I don't know, nicer than you normally do, but it's nothing for people to be there in jeans. And they're not in their gardening jeans, but they're, it's not this super formal. Perhaps it used to be, I don't know, but it's not now.
Well, I think as a society, we've evolved, and I think just your presence is what we want. And whether that's slacks and a t-shirt or a dress or jeans and boots. Jeans and boots. Yeah. Come one, come all. Yeah. It's
come as you are.
Come as you are.
It's fine. Yeah. We've had several concerts through the years that I recall, a sporting event of some kind going on at Texas Tech. And we have crossover patrons. And you can tell that our folks have come right from a basketball game straight over to a concert, and they're in their tech polos and their khakis, and it is fine.
It is just fine.
It's great that people can do both and not have to pick.
Yeah. And we're very lucky to have David Cho, our music director, our maestro. He's in the community. He supports the community, and he's
a gem.
Yeah. Yeah. And his repertoire for 26, 27 is outstanding. If you're listening for the first time, go back and listen to those podcasts where we detail that. I think you would be really excited to see and hear what we have planned for our 80th season, and lots of things to be proud of. What advice would you give to someone coming to their first LSO concert at Buddy Holly Hall?
Don't show up at 7:30. Show up a little bit early, especially if we're going to have a concert before the concert 2 times this season. And so those performances begin at 6, and it's a free add-on to the concert experience for those 2 evenings. So obviously show up for those early on those nights. But even if there's not a concert before the concert, the door's open. Get there early enough, get a drink, walk around, get a snack, explore the hall. Yeah. Don't come in rushed. It's not a rushing kind of experience. I think you just come in, give yourself time to enjoy it. Don't be nervous about, when do I clap? When do I not clap? You'll know.
Right.
You'll feel the vibe when you're supposed to applaud. Bring a friend. Just don't miss out. This season is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. And I promise you have friends there. To those listening, you have friends at the symphony.
Come enjoy.
And you can always make some more too. So I hope that if there's any element of nervousness or fear, I hope that can go away, because there's nothing to be nervous about. It's not super fancy.
Parking is easy. You park right across the street, walk right in, scan your ticket, and you're in the hall. If you've not explored the various floors of the hall, you can do that and decide where you might want to try your next seat.
Yeah, absolutely. And the music sounds better the more bodies are in there.
That's right.
It's real. There's something acoustically to playing to a packed house, and the musicians feel the energy from the audience, and it's just wonderful to experience.
It's invigorating for sure. Well, Clayton Stevenson will be our guest pianist at Clyburn Laureate, which feeds your soul as well as mine. And we're excited to have him on Thursday, September 3rd. Let's shift gears and let's talk about your day job at Texas Tech, Jill. Share with the audience what encompasses student well-being today on the Texas Tech campus.
Sure, thanks. Well, I started at Tech as an attorney. I'm an attorney by trade. And a few years ago, an opportunity presented itself to take this new role of Assistant Vice Provost for Student Wellbeing. And as part of that, not only do I have oversight for the several areas that you mentioned earlier, I'm also co-director for our Quality Enhancement Plan, which is called Tech Thrive, and it focuses on student well-being and mental health literacy. And so what Texas Tech is trying to do is focus on the student holistically and all dimensions of wellness. There are 8 that we key in on. And we see data across the country, it's not unique to Texas Tech, that students have seen a dip in their well-being and in their mental health. And it was exacerbated by COVID. But we're rounding the corner. I think data is improving. And just to show Texas Tech students and their parents and families, that we care about the student as a person. Yes, we want them to succeed academically, and student success is still the driving force. But there are support mechanisms and programs and services that have been in place for a long time. We just need to connect the students to what we already have. Mm-hmm. And that's a big piece of what my job entails, and listening to students and hearing what they need while still maintaining academic rigor. Well-being is not supposed to be lightening the work. The work is still there for a college student, but we want to pay attention to the cues that they're giving us about how they're doing and provide services to help them succeed in college and then when they're done.
Right. And I would say coming to the symphony, taking a Thursday night from 7 to 9:30 to come enjoy some classical music can help with your mental health and your well-being for
Absolutely.
sure. So really driving that home, that staying locked up in your dorm or apartment is not good.
No, there's some interesting data actually that's starting to come out about the exposure to the arts and what that can do for a young person's well-being, be it visual arts or performing arts. I don't have the citations with me, but there's some interesting work being done to show how that can support a person's well-being.
So at the end of the day, come to the Lubbock Symphony.
Absolutely. Come one, come all.
That's right. Jill, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always fun to catch up. And a special thanks to our producer, Rachel Boyd. For season tickets, please call the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra box office at 806-762-1025 1688. You can find the Lubbock Symphony Orchestra on social media. And to purchase tickets, visit our website at lubocksymphony.org and be sure to download the Classical 105.7 app so you never miss an episode of Clef Notes. Individual tickets are now on sale. So if you're not interested in season tickets, you can buy our Star Wars tickets. They are now open for individual purchase. So call the box office or go online today. Make it a great day. Thanks so much.